I must congratulate you because you got national award about CSR, and whatever you contributed in sustainable development in rural area. Actually, your working area is so large, and so many lakhs of people benefited by your work. And that's why you got that award, CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility. Means corporate wants to incur money for or to make expenses for the development. Actually, it is a legal compulsion, but frankly speaking, it is a very good happenings. And as a NGO, Dilasa worked very well, so that you got that award. Then I congratulate to you and Mr. Unare, Sanjeev Unare, and Anga Madam also. Then you tell me about your contribution and CSR projects.
Thank you, Faraji and Apratim Media. Dilasa is working with CSR partners since 2013-14, before the law came into existence in 2015. And actually there is a need to the corporate to educate them about this developmental sector, because they are not professional to this development fields. They are the companies having different businesses and different manufacturing processes. So they are not from the rural development field or any developmental field. And fortunately the CSR law is giving that much liberty with the 11 broad component of the development sector. So as far as those components are concerned, the corporate has to make their policy. And what Dilasa has done, and we got award to have a maximum partnership with the corporates. And basically with the water resources, we have done major partnership with LTFS, ACC, DHFL, Coca-Cola India Foundation, and other companies.
Total how many companies?
Right now Dilasa is working more than 17 corporates, 17, and many more to come. And this CSR is not just because of law, 1 year partnership with the with that village or with that component, but it's a long-term partnership that Dilasa has inculcated with the corporate. And Dilasa,
it means they are happy
yes,
to work with you, because they say that this is our annual budget, you do this, okay, complete.
Right. So
that's fine.
So we are, as a Dilasa, why we are making concurrent success with the CSR partners. The simple thing is that we are taking them a total confidence to them that this will be the intervention, this is the problem in that area, and we will get this much of impact after doing this much of intervention. So that clarity should be there. We are not going to do some miracle within 1 year that everything is going to turn and change. But this is the fact, and this much if we achieve, that is more than enough. And if we continue to do intervention, say for 3 years, then after looking annual results, say after 1 year of financial year, they go through the studies and then they compare it with baseline data, and they see yes, there are results. We are not just submitting the reports, but on field there are the results. Then they continue relationship to that project and with ourselves to make happening for second year and third year. So what is my point is that we have to make them educate about the project, about the area, because they don't know. If they are sitting in Delhi and Mumbai like places, they don't know what is happening in Marathwada or what is happening in Bid and Jalna. So first of all we have to give them a clear-cut picture of our area, our local situation, our local some cultural habits, then what are our suitable intervention, then make that intervention align with their CSR policy. If they want to work in water sector, then we have to tell them that this much water storage will be available after your intervention of these structures. Then they accept that yes, after having this intervention we will have this much of water storage which will benefit this much number of people. Then the clarity come into picture. See, always they require facts and figures. They are not just giving you the funds for mobilizing the community. How are you going to measure that mobilization? Through our some intervention in hard component. So Dilasa is definitely asking them for funds, but because of the clarity of the things that this is the policy, this we are going to do, and up to this much we can extend it. Other things, if it is not in your policy, we can converge it from different sources. So this is not just a complete integrated package of the activities. Because of their some limitations of the CSR policy, they can pick up 2 to 3 some of the components from the rural development, say water, second is environment, third is education, fourth is health. So if I am going to ask them now women empowerment is also very important, agriculture is very important, but they say no, we have only this much of the components in our CSR policy. So first of all, Dilasa made the complete study of what is the CSR policy of that corporate. If that corporate is willing to do in education sector, and if I go with the proposal of health sector, they will definitely deny it. So the study of NGO of every CSR policy, then we can generate the proposal. See, in every village there are n number of problems. So which problem we have to tackle with which company, that we must understand.
Now I ask you, what you feel about the utilization of the CSR and what they feel when you submit your work project to them. You go in their corporate office, ekdam chak-chakit, and you present your work in PPT or in documents and photographs or in visuals, audio, video. How they feel? Now they say you that components are fixed. You should do expenses about this purpose, women empowerment, education, etc., etc. But you, as you told me just now, that sustainable development goals are very in large. There is a very large frame actually, and you work very impressively. You get response. You get each type of response. Means you are connected with always natural resources and obviously with the human beings. So what they feel about that, their utilization of money, how they react. Are they happy with you? Obviously they are happy because you got award for that. But how they analyze that funding and your in their language how much target is completed our, how they react.
Right. It is very good
And you
question.
give me now exact examples. Suppose you tell me Oracle or
Right.
Mahindra. You told me there are 17 partners.
Right.
Then you one by one you tell me this company, this CSR, this area, this project, and this is the response.
Correct.
Tell me.
So very good question, because see, for corporates, NGOs are also new. For NGOs, these corporates are also new. So when Dilasa was working since last more than 25 years with the state government, we know all the DRDA, Jilla Parishad, state departments.
I will
We
ask
know
you later about that all corporate stuff.
so with NABARD, so with UNICEF. So we used to work with these say funders, donors or funding agencies, and they also know how to work with or getting work done from NGOs, because they know
That's
what is the structure of NGOs and how the institution is building. So NGO are not born
like
corporate.
you
So
me now example,
right.
the
So
company name and other.
so like United Breweries, they work extensively in the water sector because their product is water based. The raw material is majority of water. So they want to work in water sector. So what they really want to see that how much will be going to the water storage in that area, how much it gets benefited in quantity wise, also with the water quality wise. So drinking water is their major focus. So in our area like Marathwada drought area, water storages are problems. So we go with the simple proposal. See, these corporates are not so much used to read a huge number of pages of proposal. This is the problem at national level, then state level, then at district level. No, come to direct point. So it is in a crisp manner. We call it as a two-pager.
They work always under head only.
Head only, right? So within 2 pages, I have to write the problem about the organization, what is our past experience, how much is the budget, how much will be the number of beneficiaries and program, and what are the risks in implementation. That we also be frank with it.
You are telling about
United Breweries, UB.
Ah.
So if we go with this simple proposal which is understandable by anybody in that company, not necessary from the developmental sector perspective or the person who is knowing the rural area, anybody can read it and come to the some conclusion. Yes, it is a applicable model and we can do it. Second important thing with the corporate, they are very much sensitive about their brand, of course. Plus, if just like a sustainable development, if we are going to make one structure whose life is say 6 months or 1 year, then they become cautious. After 1 year, if it gets broken or if it is a temporary structure, if it is washed away with the water or rainfall, then what happen? So they want some permanent structure, say for life of structure is say 10 years, 20 years. Then they get assurance, yes, our name will be safe in that type of structure. So they are
that
not
you told
interested.
me that there is no barrier of the 1 year.
Right. So
because this is actually continuous development.
Correct.
Means sustainable development.
Correct. So in case of Coca-Cola, where there is a cyber grant, nobody is coming to see you in the field what you are doing. Cyber grant, it is an online grant. Everything is managed through the login ID and password right from our proposal. Throughout the national level, they select the proposals. Dilasa is fortunate enough to work with Coca-Cola India Foundation. It has been selected by them as our NGO. And these international corporate are generally looking at the taking feedback from the central government and state government, and there is a implementation agency hub which is a list of reliable NGO partners from the country. The list has been prepared by Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So when suppose I am a corporate and I want to work in Aurangabad, then where should I get the NGOs? There is no as such a systematic database yet. So that the Ministry of Corporate Affairs prepared it, international agency hub, and through that they will get the list of NGOs who are reliable to work and those who has all the due diligence and all the document process. Plus Dilasa, while working with Coca-Cola and LTFS, that is L&T Financial Services, with Oracle, we have made ourselves ranked and credibility just like ISO. Initial stages there was no such things for ISO for NGO. This is also a new thing for us.
Good.
So we made a credibility checks for ourselves through the rating agency. One is a CRISIL is rating agency. one is a Guide Star is rating agency. So they came here, they visited our site, whatever the written document in our say annual report, is it actually existing or not? Or somebody is copied that. Then discussion with our staff, then discussion with our accounts team, looking all our IT returns, audit reports, financial returns, and then they give the rank that yes, you are very much strong in implementation.
Now we got overall idea.
Right.
Your contribution in sustainable development in your area, and why you are capable to do this, because you are purely qualitative NGO.
Correct.
And you are, as a NGO, you are working with all elements, government, central government, local bodies, and corporate also. That is very fine. And actually this is a sustainable development work of anybody can contribute.
Correct.
Means everybody should contribute. And then as a agency, government or NGO or corporate, they are doing very well. I am talking about Dilasa only. As a journalist, there are many subjects for commenting by different ways, but it is a very fine. I again congratulate you. Thank you, madam.